Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I've had a request from one of my subscribers to do an update on my quince tree, and I thought it would be a lovely opportunity as well to show you the environment this quince tree is in, and also to show you another quince tree that I've recently purchased. So this area of my garden is currently seeded with Sarah Raven's Meadow for birds, and I've done a review of this already, and I can't even begin to tell you how happy I am about this this seed mix, because it's really started to come into its own. There's the most gorgeous selection of things happening in it. I mean, at first it was just the wallflowers, but I say just the wallflowers. They were flowering for probably 6 months, and they're still flowering now. But now we've also got the most gorgeous things happening here. We've got forget-me-nots, we've got these white flowers here, which I've got to look up what they are, but they're stunning. And there's some more white flowers over there. But the whole area, I mean, it's just fantastic and such good value for money. I mean, I think I've used three packets here, because I did it as she said, and then where there are gaps I filled in as well. But my goodness me, I'm thrilled with this. All credit to her. This is really something to enjoy. It's incredible. So so back to the quince trees. Now I've actually got two. This is the one I reviewed last year. If I show you a view of it, it's actually getting really tall. It's actually just finished flowering. It's been battered a lot the last few days by wind. We've had a terrible wind storms here, and so I'm not 100% sure what's going to happen to it actually in terms of fruit, because it has just gone over now from blossoming. So if I show you, I can't show you the beautiful flowers on it as I did last year, because these are faded now, but it has flowered, and it's flowered very well. But as I say, I'm not sure what's going to happen. I'm going to do an update video soon to show you exactly whether there's any fruit on this tree, because unfortunately, as sometimes happens with cherries, you get a really windy day, and then you can actually lose a lot of the blossom almost in one go. So let's hope that it hasn't happened, because it's certainly doing very well. And there are some blossoms here that haven't actually yet opened, so but it's doing okay, and it's very tall now. It's well over 6 foot tall. So if I take you around here, I can show you a little pathway to another one. So as we go, I'll just pass this one, which is a lovely little tree in flower. This is my Bardsey apple. I've actually got two of these. I'm really enjoying these. These are why I love gardening. This particular variety is actually quite rare. It actually comes from the island of Bardsey off Wales, and I'm really looking forward to seeing the apples on this tree. So if I can just squeeze you through here past a rather large hedgehog poo down there, I will show you the next tree, which is another quince. It's rather tucked away in this corner, so forgive me for a bit of camera jolt here. So this one is Quince Meach's Prolific, and this one is yet to flower, so I should be able to come back in a few days and show you this actually in full flower. But you can see how the little pink blossoms are coming. This is a lovely looking tree. I fell in love with this one. I was only going to have one quince, but of course one is never enough, really, is it? So here we go. It's it says it's ornamental and hardy, and I'll just try and show you this here, so you can see, if you want to freeze the screen and actually read what it says about it. But basically it produces these large pink to white flowers, and it's ornamental as well as beautiful, which I can absolutely say it is. I was reading the other day that these are one of the hardiest trees, quinces, so even if you're up in Scotland, it's well worth giving them a go. So so yes, I'm very excited to see this one. This one's also 6 foot tall, or so. I'll just stand back a bit so you can see it. So so yeah, so it's all happening in this little corner of the garden. We've also got the sisters here, which is a lovely plant, the rock rose, and that's going to be in full bloom in about 4 or 5 weeks time, so that will be really lovely here. So yeah, so keep watching the space. I'll just try and climb out of it. We've only got a very small suburban garden, so everything's packed in here. But if I give you a sort of bit more of a backwards view here, you can see what we've got going on. There is a tiny little bit of red. I don't know if you can see it just beyond the trellis, which is actually a Japanese quince, and that's been flowering for weeks and weeks now as well, right through the winter. You can just see a hint of red there. So yeah, that is the border. Faces south, lots of sun, and exciting times for the quince.